Hello guys, so today I will be listening to the Progress album by Take That. In addition to the Progressed EP, which I'm actually doing first, I had to purchase the album with the EP on iTunes because for some odd reason, the Progressed EP is not available on Spotify in the States. Don't know what's up with that, but anywho, I'm going to get right into it. If you'd like to see the full-length version of this video, you can do so on my Patreon, which is linked in the description. First up, we have When We Were Young, which looks to be produced by Stuart Price, and that really excites me. He's one of my favorite producers, especially love his work with Madonna on Confessions on a Dance Floor, but I digress. Let's get into it. Love a lengthy intro.
When we were young, the world seemed so old, careless and cold. We did what we were told in our lives. We were drawn to whoever could keep us together and bound by the heavens above. And we tried to survive, traveling at the speed of love. Never knowing the cost of what we paid, letting someone else be strong. Whoa, when we were young. In a moment of grace, a long leap of faith, there's still more glorious dawn awaits my life. I'm here with the lovers.
Not the drums I expected, but I'm really liking them.
And when you look at yourself tonight,
Thank God there's a bridge.
nice. You can take back what you've given away, but it must be the last time.
Loved When We Were Young as an intro. Obviously, it's not the album intro, but the EP intro. And if that's a song I can relate to just having been a teenager a few years ago, I'm sure every single adult can relate to that song in some way. Being blissfully ignorant, carefree, and having lower expectations placed upon you. Just a few of my favorite things about being young that you really start to miss sometimes. And on that note, man.
Fractious, twisted, eager, surplus, disappointing, curious, alive, tortured,
Oh my gosh.
patient,
Creating what we can't reverse. Nothing will ever be the same again. You held it all, you had it all, you lost control.
Holy redacted. That's what I'm thinking right now.
You're much too strong for me, and I can't hold your hand like I used to. You're much too hard for me, and I can't change your heart like I used to. I'm waiting for the universe. We're waiting for the light to lead the way, creating what we can't reverse. Nothing will ever be the same again.
fragile,
We're waiting for the universe. We're waiting for the light to lead the way, creating what we can't reverse. Nothing will ever be the same again.
Oh my gosh, that was insane. That was insane. So just as I imagine Stuart Price is doing what needs to be done, his approach to pop music and dance in particular is like nothing I've ever heard to this day. But of course, the guys absolutely killed their vocal performances. And to me, this song felt like having an existential crisis at a concert festival, which honestly sounds like a lot of fun. I think the song is touching on the complexity of humans in general, and what I love so much about it is that it's a super upbeat song with quite depressing lyrics. As I've mentioned before, that's one of my favorite juxtapositions. Alright guys, I am picking back up where I left off, and I'm just going to get right into Love Love, which again I've already reacted to, but I haven't listened to it since then, so should be quite a nice refresher for me. And I am instantly transported back. Also forgot to mention, Gary's been playing around a lot with his vocals. Like, I've never heard him sing this way before. Oh my gosh. Stuart Price, how dare you. Also, these drums. And Mark's voice was made for this song. Okay, so I did learn from the About section that Love Love was written for X-Men First Class, and the best way I can describe that song is a post-apocalyptic love song. That's what it gave me. Alright, next up, The Day the Work is Done. Not when the working day is done, to be clear, because girls do not want to have fun. I don't know where I'm going with this joke. I'm gonna shut up. I'm already getting goosebumps.
It will be done, producing everything for everything to be replaced. And in dirty towns, we will settle down and manufacture for the human race. So don't stop thinking we can start again. Start a riot in the streets, my friend.
These drums are reminding me a bit of Set It All. I mean, this song is making me want to start a riot in the streets.
Everybody's counting hours.
Whoa.
Everybody's counting hours till the day.
So that's another immediate favorite of mine, and actually that song reminded me of Kids lyrically. It's just an epic take that battle cry, and I really hope as I make my way through this era, I start to hear from them some of the things that inspired these uplifting and call to action type songs, because I just love to know in which ways these songs are personal to them. But on that note, next up is Beautiful. This intro is giving me some 80s vibes.
Let all that simple pass you by. Let all that lives be free to die. We're all free to fight. I broke all my vows, my common sense has found vocation. Been so beautiful, we could have been so beautiful tonight.
Ouch.
All that sinful down to rest. May all our judgments be confessed. We're all guilty now. How to be a disappointment. Save your
So I'm following following the lyrics and it's painting a picture in my mind for a music video of this song. I'll let you guys in after it's over. Obviously Beautiful was a very dancey track, but it had an early 2000s alternative vibe to it, if that makes sense. Then again, I think that's something Stuart Price does very well. The Killers come to mind, who have also worked with Stuart Price, so yeah, perhaps that's the connection I'm making. Lyrically, however, I think that's another song a lot of us can relate to. I could be reading it wrong, but to me it felt like an anthem for those who self-sabotage, or simply someone in a situation where they aren't doing too well, which in turn causes everything around them to start crumbling. But as for my music video idea, I couldn't help but picture Gary planning a party in like a huge mansion or something, and everything just starts going wrong. Like one thing after another just falling apart, and he just progressively loses his mind. And at the end, he's full of rage, and he gets a baseball bat and just starts attacking a piñata. I made that last part up on the spot. I don't know if that's any good, but I sure would have loved to see it. Perhaps I was a director in another life. Alright, don't say goodbye. Okay.
Don't stay where you're not loved. Those people obscure the view.
I'm loving this melodically.
The smile, but see you through daddy's eyes. You might lose your dignity. I'll be the first and last thing that you see. And don't say goodbye to me.
Okay, am I the only one who could hear Gary and George Michael duetting on this track?
Just listen to your heart.
How dreamy would that be?
Is in your head. You might lose your dignity, but look what it's done for me.
This song feels like a mental health hug.
The world,
Perfect track after Beautiful.
somebody. Don't say goodbye to the world.
That was another sound I've never heard them go for, and they pulled it off flawlessly. I mentioned George Michael duetting with Gary on that track because it reminded me of George melodically and vocally, but it also gave me some 90s, early 2000s William Orbit vibes, who is another one of my favorite producers. And yeah, simply put, that song took me to synth heaven. Synthesizer heaven. And I loved how uplifting it was. I do think in the most general sense, it's a song encouraging people to not give up, whatever that means to them. And next up, Aliens. Speaking of early 2000s alternative vibes. Seriously guys, is there a Take That sci-fi movie that I don't know about? Because I need to watch it.
Until release, baby, I'm with you. And all the animals in the park are waiting for the dinner to come. And all the creatures in the dark are waiting for the light to come on. We are the aliens. We are aliens. Are waiting for the light to come on.
Already, another favorite.
Through electronic design, baby, I'm with you. We're living elevated, become illuminated. We are the aliens. We are.
Once again, getting some different vocals than I've heard from them.
All the animals in the park
I don't think this is recency bias. I truly don't, but I think that's one of the best songs I've ever heard from them. It was masterfully produced and so catchy. Lyrically, it was kind of trippy hearing that song now, because I think it's safe to say they were pretty ahead of their time with that one. Aliens just tried to kill me. Wow, that sentence sounds wacky, taken out of context, but yeah, aliens just tried to kill me. But I am still alive, and we have one track left on the EP. Wonderful World. Let's do this.
What a wonderful world this is. It makes me want to kiss. What a beautiful kiss this is. What a beautiful kiss of life.
Okay, Kiss of Life.
I've been spending time.
I was like, wait, who are we kissing?
I've been losing time. Time was all we had, but it was never ours to keep. Time can help you find the ground, then knock you off your feet. I've been wasting time. Time was all we had, but it was never ours to keep. No time in my mind. No time in my mind. There's no time for us, no time for us until we're out of time.
That song really hit me in the feels. Probably the most out of all the tracks on the EP, simply because the idea of running out of time to do things in life is and probably always will be a huge fear of mine. That being said, oh my goodness, that EP was fantastic. I enjoyed all 8 tracks, and that does not surprise me because, again, I love Take That, I love Stuart Price, a match made in heaven. For me, not only was I intrigued by this EP sonically, but also lyrically, and it's got me very curious to see what topics they dive into on the standard album, which I will be getting into momentarily, so keep watching. I think my current top 3 from the EP would be Man, The Day the Work is Done, and Aliens. But Don't Say Goodbye is right up there as well. Alright, now finally I can head to Spotify for the standard album. See you there. Alright guys, I have arrived at the standard album and I'm ready to get into it, so let's go. First up, The Flood, which I have reacted to and also love.
Standing on the edge of forever, at the start of whatever, shouting love at the world. The defenders of the faith we are. When the thunder turns around, they'll run so hard we'll tear the ground away. You know no one dies. Although no one understood, we were holding back the flood, learning how to dance the rain. We were holding back the flood, they said we'd never dance again. Here we come now on a dark star, seeing demons, not what we are. Although no one understood, there was more of them than us, learning how to dance the rain. We were holding back the flood, they said we'd never dance again.
I like that they've already come out of the gate not wanting to do what they've done before. And also, listening to that song reminded me of the music video, which in a way reminded me of the Olympics, which are currently happening. And I bring all that up just to say I can't be the only one who would love, or should I say love, see what I did there? Sorry. I can't be the only one who would love to see Take That compete in a bunch of Olympic challenges. And no, I'm not just saying that because I'd love to thirst over them in Olympic gear. Absolutely not. Next up is SOS. That was a lovely transition, by the way.
Liberate your sons and daughters, some are gods and some are monsters.
We'll get a 5-minute warning for divine intervention with the satellites falling. Prepare for ascension under my control. We'll be brave
Oh, my, slow down. I can't keep up.
for apocalypse.
Don't let the hungry serpent see, you know.
You know, I've got to agree with Mark. Don't let the hungry serpent see you. We all saw how that worked out for the children in Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets.
SOS,
No bueno.
we are the virus that we talk about. It's like a bullet to the head. It's an SOS, it's an SOS.
We are the virus that we talk about. What a lyric.
It's an SOS, it's an SOS, like a bullet in the head. It's an SOS, it's an SOS, it's an SOS, oh yes, it's an SOS.
First of all, I'm glad to see that the album is already showing signs of sharing the same themes as the Progressed EP. And just to clarify, I am aware the EP came out after the album. Anywho, since Beautiful World, I feel like they've been pretty outspoken about their beliefs and whatnot, but they're seemingly being a lot less subtle here. But what I love about these songs lyrically so far is that they're not overly complicated lyrically, but you have to read in between the lines. And I've said this many times before in previous videos, I can't stand when an artist does social commentary in their music in a way that's preachy. I just don't think that's a very effective way to go about it. I think it's much more effective to hold up a mirror to the listeners and say, look at what's happening. Next up, Wait. What in the Bonnie Tyler is this intro?
I don't know what I've done. She only speaks in subliminals. The reception here is lousy and the service is minimal.
Wait a damn minute. We went from Bonnie Tyler to Missy Elliott in like 0.2 seconds. What just happened?
An Eskimo, I'll swallow, 'cause we become mechanical. And wait, there's something that I wanna say, something that we hid away, something that I like to change.
Guys, I'm still in shock over this instrumentation.
Never left the mouth, we never got to get it out.
I'm trying to compute the sound in my head, and my brain is just broken.
Some things we don't talk about. Free your soul to me. Words can say.
Honestly, I'm going to have to give Wait a few more listens to fully process what I just heard. It wasn't my favorite on my initial listen, but I also did not dislike it. I was just very intrigued by the juxtaposition of the vocals with the instrumentation. Now that I'm thinking about it, that song to me sounded like the love child of Take That and Pet Shop Boys, which, by the way, would not at all be upset about them doing a collaboration in the future. Alright, next up we have Kids, which I've also reacted to and also love.
Kings and queens and presidents, ministers of governments, welcome to the future of your world.
There'll be trouble when the kids come out. There will be lots for
I must reiterate, I feel like Mark's voice was made for this era. He sounds so good. This is making me want Mark to just go for it and do a solo electronic album. He would absolutely nail an electronic album. Can confirm that song also makes me want to start a riot. Yeah, re-listening to it, I just felt everything that I felt when I heard it for the first time. And once again, it's just got me so excited to watch Progress live. So, stay tuned. Next up, Pretty Things.
Down, down, let your crazy out. Boys go crazy over you. Oh, memory, don't forsake me, not like this. All those pretty things, don't sweat the pretty things. So collectible, why not collect them all? Download a little meditation, it might pull you through.
This octave harmony is so haunting.
Me with silence anchored here with all those pretty things. Will it feel like? Did she tell you what she wants? Can you give her what she needs? Youth, don't leave me here, stay on me. God, I love those hips.
So, Pretty Things was another version of Take That I've not heard yet. And obviously I loved it. That harmony was so tight throughout the song that just sounded like one person. I loved how minimalistic that track was. It sounded like there was a lot going on with the instrumentation, but there really wasn't. No strong belting, no punching bass line, no punching drums. I feel like that was a very experimental track for Take That, and yeah, it worked for me. Next up, Happy Now. I have reacted to this music video as well. Love this song.
See the world clearly, but I have to squint. I am a supersonic specimen, a minor miracle of medicine. I'm at the mercy of unwanted emotions when nothing matters beneath my thoughts. Wait, I feel myself falling. I'm feeling happy now. I feel myself falling. I'm feeling happy now. I feel myself falling. I'm feeling happy now. 'Cause I'm not like these people, and these people are not like me. Super heavy elements upgrade me. Supersonic elements amaze me. Your opinion is irrelevant. I was built to be magnificent.
I'm so curious to know how they were able to come up with this chorus based on the verses, or vice versa, because they're so different.
Scratch the surface of my desire in the world of dreams.
But it works somehow.
Super heavy elements embrace me. Super heavy elements.
I forgot how much I enjoy that song, because I'm pretty sure this was my first time hearing it since watching the music video. And just like with kids, Hearing it again only made all those feelings come right back. That will forever be one of my favorite Take That tracks in terms of vocal production. And next up, we have Underground Machine. Already liking where this is going.
You're in a room with a rock star. Only I play the good parts of the kind heart. Well, get your head up the library, get the courage of the cavalry. You might be good looking, but you can't sleep with yourself tonight. Oh, what a beast, oh, what a man. And you'll get no sleep, but you might be turned away. So what will you say when the boy meets girl and the girl meets boy and the boy thinks the girl's alright? Get your head out the library, get the courage of the cavalry. You might be good looking, but you can't sleep with yourself tonight.
I beg to differ.
Oh, what a beast, oh, what a man.
I sleep comfortably with myself every night.
Oh, what a beast, oh, what a
I don't think they meant it in the way that I meant it. It's okay. I'm gonna shut up. That song was so friggin' fun. I think it was appropriately titled because sonically it did make me feel like I was in some underground science lab. Also loved how unconventional that chorus sounded. I feel like they blended quite a few different styles into that track, and again, they somehow made it work. Another thing I'm noticing halfway through the album at this point is that unlike The Circus and Beautiful World, pretty much every single track has sounded completely different so far. And I suppose that has a lot to do with them opening themselves up to inviting in more electronic elements. I just hope this continues. What do you want from me?
My greatest fear is we're just wasting tears, wasting several years, still being round here. I've got a very big hope for us. I'm gonna keep looking out for us. It's been a difficult year. I still wanna make love with you. I still wanna belong to you.
I have a feeling this is going to build.
What do you want from me? What do you want from me now? Your greatest
Oof. Yes, absolutely.
getting wiser. We're not wise at all. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? I still think I'm in love with you. I still feel you're the one. So what do you want from me? What do you want from me now?
Well, I already told you, Mark, I want an electronic album. I would absolutely go on a date with that song if I could. You can go ahead and add that to the list of Mark moments that have made me fall even more in love with him, which is kind of an empty statement because I can't possibly be any more in love with Mark. I mean, you guys know how much I love Julie. That track might just be right up there with it. And that's just after one listen. All right, next up, Affirmation.
It's just a fraction of time. A metaphysical law. We've had this battle 1,000 times. Like I see you. Got the strength to fight anymore. Got no desire to die anymore. And then there's affirmation. I wanna see you again, again, again. I got the strength
that line, "We're not really falling apart, we're just incomplete," it had a bit of a delayed reaction on me. But oh my gosh, that has to be one of my favorite Take That lyrics thus far. I feel similarly about that track as I do Wait. I did not dislike it at all. I just need more time with it. I just haven't had that love at first listen experience with them like all the other tracks. For example, I'm saying that, but the chorus of Affirmation is already stuck in my head. So there you have it. Next up, 8 Letters.
We were once the answer, and then you discover you're actually just one thing after another. And what was the question? And why was the lesson so deafening? And when I went away, what I forgot to say was all I had to say. 8 letters, 3 words, 1 meaning. This is all that matters now, and that was all that happened anyhow. You can look back but don't stare. Maybe I can love you out of there. And when I went away.
Well, 8 Letters is also in the running to be one of my top 3 tracks. We will see very shortly. I felt that track was equally strong, melodically and lyrically. And I also like how it got bigger toward the end of the song, but not drastically. It was a nice, steady crescendo. Alright, last track, Flower Bed.
Darling, please forgive me. I was sitting on the fence, I was slowly going out of my head. I did not hear a word that you said. If I
Talk about atmospheric.
could understand how I ended up a man. Yeah, I might understand how I ended up a man.
Loving these drums.
That you said
I also felt that drop coming.
I was enjoying myself, sleeping in your flower bed.
I don't know if my mind's just perverted, but I can't help but feel like sleeping in your flower bed. A euphemism. Well, that concludes the Progress album, and it did not disappoint at all. Immediately, I can see why so many of you cite this album as your favorite Take That album. As for me, this is just in case any of you are curious, I will have to give it a few more listens, but after this initial listen, I still think The Circus is my favorite, but actually, I would say the Progressed EP ties with The Circus as my favorite Take That project so far. Is that cheating? Perhaps, but I don't care. I said what I said. There, I answered the question that none of you asked. Are you happy now? What do you want from me? I'm sorry. I gotta stop with the song references. Again, what I'm loving about this era is the experimentation. Of course, it was very nice having Robbie thrown back into the swing of things. Once again, shout out to Stuart Price. He can do no wrong in my eyes, and I hope this is not the end of them working with him. And side note, I hope he produces Madonna's next album, because the world needs that. But I digress. So my favorites were The Flood, SOS, Kids, Pretty Things, Happy Now, Underground Machine, What Do You Want From Me, and 8 Letters. And my current top 3 from the album would be The Flood, SOS, and What Do You Want From Me. Guys, let me know what you thought of this album and your top 3 tracks. And if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe for more. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.